The Beauty Crop's entire motto has always been where makeup meets skincare. Now that may seem like a very well-known idea. It's very in vogue at the moment. But at the time that the Beauty Crop came around, that wasn't really the thing. They were very innovative, very new. And part of what's really great about this particular brand, beyond just having skincare within makeup, is the fact that they are extremely affordable despite having all of these skincare benefits. So why am I talking about them? Well, they've come out with a whole bunch of new things, including lip oils, blushes, and some bronzers. So I do have to say a massive thank you to Makeup On Your Radar for the information. And I've taken some pictures from them, but I've also taken some pictures from Beauty Crop's own website. Let's have a little chat about these. So first up is the Lipped Cream Lip Oil, and they have added 4 new shades and it's only £10. However, they've lots of different kind of bundles where you can get 2 for £14, 3 for £18, yada, yada, yada. There's a lot in there. And also if you go over to their website, it says that this particular product has 20 reviews and it has an average of 5 stars, which is pretty darn good. So this is the first shade, Peaches. Then we have Watermelon, and apparently all of these have a blend of jojoba oil and vitamin E. They go on to say that the lip oil itself is a non-sticky, moisture-rich lip treatment, so that sounds quite nice. And this is the last of the new shades that they've actually added. And I do think that this is quite smart because they came out with 2 very bright ones and the rest are quite neutral. And this is definitely something that seemed to be missing from their lip oils. Like I said, they do all these different bundles. The best one seems to be 5 for £25. That's kind of nuts. At this point, basically every brand is coming out with bronzing drops and the Beauty Crop is no exception. They have 4 new shades and they are £10 each. And under the description on the website, it says that these lightweight bronzing drops contain a blend of nourishing shea butter and aloe to hydrate the skin while providing a gorgeous radiant finish. And personally for me, when I'm looking at these, I don't really think bronzing drops. Is it just me? Because these are, by the way, the bronzing drops. These look very highlightery. However, this seems to be the way that bronzing drops work. Not that I use them, but that you kind of just add it on to get that little bit of a glow. £10. I mean, that isn't bad at all. I do think maybe they need an extra dark shade, but that's me being very, very pernickety. But they've also added in some new cream blushes and some powder blushes, and they're £12 each. So I'm going to start off by showing you the cream blushes first. So this one is Lavish Lily. It is absolutely gorgeous, and what I like about this is it essentially corresponds somewhat with the powder one that I'm going to show you in a little bit. I have to say as well, it looks really luxe. There's something about this that almost makes me feel like it's a more luxury brand. I don't know, whatever way they've kind of packaged it, it looks really, really nice. And by the way, there's vitamin E and goji berry extract in there as well. So apparently it's going to be good for a smoother application. I don't know. This will look beautiful on deeper skin tones. So I really appreciate the fact that they've done that. And they've helpfully provided the swatches here so you can see whether or not you necessarily need to get these new ones. Because I do feel like maybe Coral Carnation is quite similar to Glistening Gardenia. You probably don't need the two, so keep that in mind. And Pink Rose is probably a slightly more subdued version of Lavish Lily. I kind of prefer Lavish Lily. It's a little bit more kapow. And they have 5 new shades of their blushed powder. So this one is Peach Blossom. And as I said, they do have a corresponding shade for their creams. This one is Coral Carnation. And listen to this, lads. It is talc free. How the hell did they manage this for £12 and have it be talc free? I am impressed. And frankly, I'm being a little bit greedy here because I kind of wish they had a bundle on these because I would get a whole chunk of these for £12. That is amazing. I do kind of wish that this shade, which is Lavish Lily, corresponded a little bit more to the powder. This is a little bit more subdued. This isn't so much Lavish Lily as it is slightly Wilted Lily, but it's still absolutely gorgeous. But when you see it next to the cream one, you're like, you're not quite as out there, you know? And particularly when you see it next to Pop and Peony, which is also a new one, you kind of think, or at least I do, that they look very, very similar. And maybe they needed to kind of augment the Lavish Lily one ever so slightly. And finally, there's Bloomin' Hibiscus. And it feels like they took a little bit of the purple out of this and made it a little bit more red toned. So I'd be interested to see what that would look like on the skin. But it's still very, very pretty. And again, they have their swatches there and you can kind of see the distinctions a little bit better there. I'd love to see what it would look like if you put the cream and then the powder on top. I am just nosy, quite frankly. I have to say, I actually think this is a really good launch. They really came out with a lot of things in one go. I particularly appreciate the fact that they've bundled things like the lip oils. I love the look of the blushes. I love them, but you know me, lads. I'm a hoe for blushes. So I'm having to like really remind myself. 3 drawers, Teresa. You have 3 drawers of blush and you have one face. You don't need them, but I do think that's actually pretty darn good. Talc free blush for £12. That's nuts to me. And even like the bronzing drops, for them to be £10. Now, apparently they're normally meant to be £12, but for some reason they have it down by 17%. Very specific number. But I actually think that's a pretty darn good price. £10, like that's not bad at all. Now, normally the beauty crop is over on Beauty Bay, but none of these things have actually gone over there yet. So if you prefer to like do your shopping through there, keep it at layout, I think this is really good. Anything I've tried from the beauty crop, not that I have a huge amount, but anything that I have tried, I do really like. So I am for sure intrigued. Let me know down below what you guys think. Are you interested in this or not?